Whenever you see a sweet bun, you go back to your childhood memories, as everyone has a sweet story with a sweet bun. Hello and welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana and to the Ultimate Baking Series with me, Chef Afraz. Today I'm going to show you a very exciting recipe of mini sweet bun. So let's get started. First I'm going to prepare the dough. So I'm going to take a small bowl in which I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of fresh yeast. I'm going to add a pinch of sugar and some water. I'm going to give this a nice mix. And then I'm going to microwave this for around 10 seconds. So after microwaving it for around 10 seconds, again I'm going to mix this nicely so that the yeast is nicely dissolved. And now I'm going to set this aside to activate. In the meantime, I'm going to grab a large bowl to which I'm going to add 2 cups of refined flour. But before adding to the bowl, I'm going to sieve this. Then I'm going to add little salt. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, as we are making a sweet bun. And then I'm going to mix this nicely. Now you see the yeast has activated. You see the small bubbles on top. That is the indication of the yeast has activated. Now quickly I'm going to make a well in the center, and then into this well I'm going to add the activated yeast. And then I'm going to slowly start mixing this with the flour. And now once the yeast is nicely incorporated with the flour, I'm going to add little milk. Milk gives a nice richness to the dough and to the sweet buns. So I'm going to add around 3/4 cup of milk. And the rest I'm going to add water and knead this into a soft dough. And now let's add little water. You need to add water carefully, little by little, and then make this into a soft dough. So now you see the dough has come together. You might feel this is looking very sticky, but we need to knead this to form gluten, and then the stickiness will go. So now I'm going to dust some refined flour on my work table. And I'm going to take this dough out. And now I'm going to start stretching the dough. So now the dough is ready. I'm going to dust some refined flour in a bowl, and then I'm going to place the dough over it. And now I'm going to cover this with a wet muslin cloth. And now I'm going to keep this for proving for around 20 to 25 minutes. So now as you see, after 20 to 25 minutes, the dough has risen and has become double in size, light and airy. So now again I'm going to dust some refined flour on my work board, and then I'm going to remove the dough. As you see, it came out so easily because we had dust some refined flour at the base of the bowl. And now let's knock back the dough and remove all the air. Now you see it will come back to its earlier size. At this stage I'm going to add some butter. Next I'm going to add some lovely tutti-fruity to our sweet buns. And then again I'm going to fold this and make a dough by incorporating the butter and the tutti-fruity. Again it will turn a little sticky as we have added butter, but that butter will give nice richness to our buns. So now as you see, our dough is ready. Now again I'm going to dust some refined flour, and then I'm going to divide the dough into small equal portions. If you want, you can also use a weighing scale. And now I'm going to divide this into equal portions. As I'm making a mini sweet bun, I'm going to shape them into mini size. If you want, you can make a giant one or the regular size. And now I'm going to shape this into a round ball like this. So it has to be nice and clean. It should not have any crack on top. And now when this is done, I'm going to not bake this into a baking tray but into a pan. So I'm going to lightly grease the pan with butter, and then I'm going to sprinkle some refined flour, and then I'm going to place the bun, and then I'm going to place the second one, leaving some space as it is again going to proof, and for that we need some space in the center. And now I'm going to cover this with a wet muslin cloth and keep this for proving for around 10 to 12 minutes. So now after 10 to 12 minutes, as you can see, again the dough has proved and it has become double in size, and you see all the dough has connected to each other and it looks so beautiful. Now quickly I'm going to give a light milk wash on top. So after giving this a milk wash, I'm going to just chop some more tutti-fruity. I'm going to chop this into small pieces, and now let's sprinkle this on the top. Just 1, 2, 3. And now this pan will go in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 10 to 12 minutes until the buns are nice golden from top. So now you see our sweet buns are ready. They look delicious. Now let's quickly brush some butter on top. It is very important to moisten the bread when it is out from the oven, as we don't want a hard crust on top, we want it soft. So the moment you brush butter, it gets moisture and it becomes soft. So there you go, our sweet little cute mini sweet buns are ready. Today I'm going to cherish my childhood memories. If you want to, do give this a try. If you like the videos that we share on YouTube, do subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.